Hello and welcome. I'm Brett Connor.
And I'm Royce Connor, and this is The Best We Can Do. Here's the best we can do on today's episode. We're going to talk about the question that we have gotten the most in our lives than any other. What's it like being a twin?
Royce, I totally understand that question, except I do not understand that question at all.
Me neither.
How can we answer that question? I've never not been a twin. What do I have to compare it to? It's not like any other relationship I have in my life. It's not like my relationship with our older brother. It's not like a relationship with a best friend. It's not like a relationship with another loved one. It is just so different. And it makes it impossible for me to describe it to anybody.
And yet people constantly demand that we do. So we thought we would tell you folks, give you a little sneak peek into what it's like for us, but really through the perspective of these various questions we get and different stories that come up.
All right, Royce. So I think the most frequent question by far is, which one of you was born first?
Oh, all the time. I
wonder endlessly, why are people just endlessly fascinated by this? Why is this question always coming up? Who cares?
No one cares except every single person who asks us. This obsession with whoever was born first, they think is older.
Right.
That's another version of the story. Which one of you is older? People ask me that. I say we tied for second place.
See, when people ask me that and I say, yes, I am older, Royce is younger by 13 minutes, they inevitably say, oh yeah, I knew it. I could tell. What can you tell? Nothing.
They think I'm 13 minutes dumber than you are.
They think you're many more minutes than that dumber, but
it is a ridiculous way to think about age because we never talk about people's age in minutes. No one says my baby is 17 minutes old. No one says Granny was 99 years and 86 minutes at the time we put her in the home.
Yes.
Only when people are talking about the age of twins do minutes become relevant. It's ridiculous.
Agreed.
But I will tell you this.
Oh.
I had a boss from Nigeria, and he told me that in Nigeria, me, Royce, the second born, is actually considered the older twin. The idea being in utero, the two twins work out who's the stronger, who's the alpha, and then that twin sends the other twin, which would be you, Brett, out into the world first to make sure that the world is good enough for my majesty. So in Nigeria, I am considered the older twin. I'm not buying a plane ticket, but I thought that was interesting.
All right, Royce, I got some questions about the logic of this story. Don't you think you would actually want to send the strongest, best one first to sort of clear the way and battle all the nasties and make sure everything's safe?
No, maybe in Mozambique, but not Nigeria.
I think I need to send them a letter.
Dear Nigeria.
Dear all of Nigeria, your folklore is flawed. I love it. All right, Royce, another very common question.
Ooh, what's that?
And this gets into the sort of fantasies people have about what they think they would do if they were a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever switch places?
Oh, I do get that question all the time. Did you ever take each other's place or anything like that? I think we disappoint people.
It's so disappointing. I mean, they think our life was a constant parent trap.
They saw the Parent Trap and they think that's what twins do all day.
Absolutely. We just sit around switching each other. No. Well, maybe not completely. Never.
Oh, I know what you're getting at. Okay, I'll tell this story. At one time, Brett had a small role to play in the production of the movie 500 Days of Summer, which is some cute little rom-com with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zoe something or other. I don't know her name. It's not my favorite movie. I think I would enjoy it more if I had a uterus, but it is not for me.
You're halfway there.
So when the movie was done, they had one of its premieres in San Francisco, and Brett, you were invited to go, and for some reason, you did not want to go.
Well, I'd seen the movie.
Oh, that's a good reason not to go. But I hadn't, and I thought it would be an opportunity to meet the cast, because Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a bit of a crush of mine, and you assured me that if I went and just said I was you, so you got the credit for going, I wouldn't have to do anything. Just watch the movie, talk to the people, and I could go. I was excited. So I went. There was the Brett Connor name tag. I put it on. I spoke to a few people. I pretended to be you. We watched the movie. It kind of stunk. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt was right there. And when it was all done, the director got in front of the whole audience and grabbed the microphone and thanked everyone for helping make the movie and supporting the arts. And he notices me in the front row and says, "And look, Brett Connor is here. Brett, come on up and say something to everyone about this movie." And I will never be able to watch that movie again because I am so traumatized by having to get up on stage and act like I was you talking about this movie that I just hated. I didn't even get to talk to Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, now he thinks I'm an idiot.
Good. He's in a big crowd.
Joseph, if you're listening, I am still the better brother.
Joseph, if you're listening, delete those photos I sent you. Yeah, we didn't switch a lot, but sometimes it wasn't really us switching ourselves. Sometimes people did all the switching for us. You remember that one time?
Definitely. We get a lot of cases of mistaken identity, which you can understand. We are twins. We do look alike, but I distinctly recall one of my enemies seeking me out, but finding you took a punch for me, Royce.
I remember this. This has happened many times in life. Someone thinks I am you and takes out all of their anger and revenge for you. They take it out on my face. This has happened more than once. And yes, I do recall that. I didn't even correct them. I didn't even say, "I'm not even Brett." I just took the punch.
This sounds like a very Royce thing. Like, oh, I deserved that.
Maybe I thought I could turn it into a lawsuit later. I want your money. I wonder what the person who punched us is doing today. I hope it involves prison and showers.
I'm assuming they're in the White House.
Oh, God, that's probably true.
All right. Next common question. How did your parents deal with having twins?
I don't know why they ask us about our parents, but yes, we get that quite a bit.
I imagine our parents get this question quite a bit as well. I think it's a challenge, no question about it, especially when we're little babies. Like, how do you keep them all straight? Who knows how they do that? But I do know one thing they absolutely insisted on doing was dressing us exactly the same way.
Oh my God. We got so sick of it. I could understand when we were little babies and it has a certain level of cuteness.
Yeah, it's so cute. Oh, da, 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 da.
But
no, please. When you're 10,
it was infuriating. And folks, you should know, we rebelled. We had a rebellion against our parents.
Viva la revolution!
We did the whole Che Guevara thing and told them, stop doing this. We hate it. We have an older brother. You keep buying him his own stuff. He looks different. Why can't we get our own stuff and look different too? And you, of course you remember the solution.
The genius solution to that problem.
The genius solution. We refer to it to this day as same thing, different color. So instead of just getting 2 of the exact same green shirts, they would get 2 of the exact same shirts, but one was green, one was red. They would guess the same thing, different color. Mom and Dad, not a solution.
No. It's understandable. We love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for giving it your best shot. But, we're 2 different people with 2 different senses of style. I, Brett, have style. You, Royce, sweatpants.
Sweatpants absolutely count as a style. Thank you very much. I'm wearing my pajama bottoms right now.
This is 100% true, everyone listening. He is literally wearing pajamas while we are recording this podcast.
Be happy I even took a shower. No one can smell me on their computers and phones. Gross. God. You've been talking about the questions we get a lot, and there's this whole genre of question that really is some version of, do you have special powers? They think that there's this supernatural element to being a twin.
It's so strange.
The most common supernatural question we get is, can you read each other's minds? Do you know each other's thoughts? Can you tell what the other one is thinking? It is absolutely preposterous.
You would never say that about any other siblings. You wouldn't ask that, are you and your grandmother psychic? In no other family relationship would you assume psychic. But somehow with twins, you would sound insane if you asked about any other relationship in your life.
A couple that has been married for 50 years, you'll hear things like, I bet you finish each other's sentences, which is probably true, but you don't get, can you read Clarabelle's mind? No one would say that.
Why would you marry a cow? Clarabelle is a cow's name.
That's a horrible thing to say about Clarabelle. She has been self-conscious about her weight for a long time, and now you say that.
Sorry, Clarabelle.
Yeah, she's eating. She's not listening. But we can prove to you folks, we'll prove to you right here now, scientific experiment.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're going to try and read each other's minds, and we're going to show people whether or not it will work.
All right. I'm going to try and read your bookcase of a mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a children's bookcase, but a bookcase nonetheless.
Pictures are good.
All right. You are thinking about your dream date with Jonathan Bailey.
That is so close. I was actually thinking about Jonathan Bailey's feet.
Same thing.
I agree. All right, maybe there is something to this psychic thing. In addition to the, can you read each other's minds, we also get this weird question about feelings. Like, can you feel each other's pain? If one of you gets punched, does the other one feel it? Which is a ridiculous question. People stop asking it. But do you remember that one time?
I do remember one time we were playing basketball. We were kids, and someone threw the ball at you, and you missed it, and it hit you hard, right in the face. And right then, instantly, I got a nosebleed.
That was so freaky. I liked that it immediately hid the fact that I'm terrible at sports, and rather than catching the ball, it hit me in the face, because immediately you started bleeding. That was a weird story.
I mean, I think of a lifetime of being a twin, that's the only thing I can really point to and say, can't explain it. That was a weird twin thing.
Royce gets hit on the head. Brett starts a nosebleed. We've been talking about the questions that people give us. What's it like being a twin? Are you psychic? I want to hear from you, Brett. I know it's hard to answer, but what has it been like for you to be a twin?
I mean, it's one of the greatest gifts
Aww.
I could ever hope for, is to have you as a brother. I know how cheesy that sounds, but it is true. There is one really weird thing I have found about being a twin.
What's that?
It's going to sound strange, but when I go back and look at all the photos that mom and dad have of us, I mean, it's reams of photo albums, and I look at these photos of us as young children, I can't tell which one is me and which one is you.
I can't either.
I mean, we absolutely look identical. Not so much now, and about in our teen years, maybe even middle school, we had separated enough that I could tell us apart. But anything before then, I look at photos and I don't know if it's me or not. And my experience of that is I don't have any baby photos.
You can't look at a picture of us as babies and look at yourself and say, that's me. You can only look at the pictures of us and go, one of them is me.
Yeah, I think maybe that's me. And I find, most people, they feel very certain, oh, that's definitely you. That is not true. Nobody knows. There's no way to prove it. All I know is I find us indistinguishable through the first several years of our life. So I don't really have photos of the first few years of our life. We have photos, and I know one of them is me, and maybe if it's just one person, it's a 50-50 chance it's me. But I'll never, ever know. So how about you? What's it been like for you to be a twin, Royce?
Whenever people ask me, what's it like being a twin? The answer I give most often is, it's like having a built-in best friend.
Right.
We have known each other since we were sperm, and no one in my life knows me as well because of it. No one in my life has known me as long. No one in my life has seen the kind of highs and joys I have had. No one has seen the kind of depths and pains I have felt. No one knows me anywhere near as well as you do. And it is so much of what our bond has been built upon. And I love having this built-in best friend who's always been there, always going to be, who knows everything without me having to say it. Not psychic. No, not psychic. Just being known that well by someone is to me the greatest gift of being a twin. It is like having a built-in best friend my entire life.
Oh, Royce, that's lovely to say. I feel exactly the same way. And I'm always going to have your back. Always. Like a good friend.
For you out there, wonderful besties, I would say, I hope that you can find your built-in best friend. It won't be the same. It does not have to be the same. But you find that person who you're willing to take a punch for. That person who you want to share funny, silly stories with. The person who knows you so well. I hope that you're able to find your own built-in best friend.
It might be too late for you two to be potty trained next to each other, but you can still be there for each other.
That photo is on our website, folks. Look it up.
Well, that will wrap things up for this episode. Thanks to our theme composer, Seth Weinstein.
And thank you, besties, for spending time with us today.
We know you're doing your best out there.
We can't wait to see you again soon. Like and subscribe so we can stay in touch.
You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and Blue Sky.
Find those links, other info, and email us at www.thebestwecando.com.
For now, I'm Brett Connor.
And I'm Royce Connor.
Next time, we'll try to do better. But for now, this is the
best we can do.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.